I hope you're all doing well today. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And this is just going to be some examples prior to your quiz tomorrow. So I would take a look at these and make sure we understand how to do it. This is from the personal tutor on the ebook. So here you go.
This is Mrs. Dawson. The following are examples of finding arc length. Find the length of arc ZY. Round to the nearest hundredth. We'll begin with the first circle. We're trying to find the length of arc ZY. The formula to find arc length is length equals the measure of the angle, the central angle, divided by 360 times the circumference of the entire circle. This formula comes from the fact that we are looking for a fraction of the entire circumference. So, in this case, we have an 80-degree central angle. So, x is 80. 80 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 times pi times the radius, which is 6. Doing some substitution. And then we can simplify, or since we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, we'll go ahead and put this in the calculator. 80 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 times pi times 6, which is approximately 8.38, and our original units were inches, and circumference and arc length would both be measured in inches. The second circle, we're still looking for the arc length of ZY. So the same formula, the arc length is equal to the measure of the central angle divided by 360 times the circumference of the circle. In other words, a fractional part of the circumference. The measure of the central angle is 120 degrees, 360 degrees in the entire circle, and we'll multiply by twice pi times the radius, which in this case is 12 centimeters. Since we're asked to round to the nearest hundredth.
Real quick, guys, this is really important to understand that this kind of problem is actually very simple. All we're doing is we're technically taking the circumference of a certain portion of the circle. In this case, 120 degrees out of 360 degrees. So that's all we're really doing, is taking the circumference of 120 degrees out of 360. Instead of just taking the whole circumference, we're taking out the circumference of a certain portion. Okay, I just wanted to mention that. If you're confused, that's all it is. So it's actually very simple. But I'm going to continue with this video now.
We'll take 120 divided by 360 and multiply by 2 times pi times 12, which is approximately 25.13, and our units in this case were centimeters. And then the last one, we're still looking for the length of arc ZY. Same formula. Arc length is the measure of the central angle divided by 360 times the circumference of the circle. 2 times pi times the radius. The measure of the central angle is 85 degrees divided by 360 multiplied by 2 times pi, and the radius in this problem is 14 inches. So our approximation would come from 85 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 times pi times 14, which is approximately 20.77, and our units are inches.
Okay, so that is easy enough. Okay, I hope you guys understand that. And if you have any other questions about that or about the review, please let me know. And let's rock this quiz tomorrow. All right, I hope you guys have a